Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be sharing with you guys my top picks of makeup products that cost $20 or less. Now I am basing my prices off New Zealand dollars because New Zealand makeup prices are extremely expensive and you're very fortunate enough to be able to find products under $20 that are perfect and that functions just as great as the higher end. I will do the order according to how I normally would do my face. So I usually start my makeup doing my brows. I have two products that I recommend. The first one is this 3-second brow stamp, which definitely works. I did a dedicated video using this product. This was $8 New Zealand. It has that brow powder. You get two different stamps. It comes very handy, especially if you're on the go. Another brow product that I have is the LA Colors brow pencil, and this one is in the shade Espresso. This one has got that triangular nib and it comes with a spoolie as well, and I believe this one is under $10 also. So these two brow products are highly recommended, and that's what I have on my brows right now. I have this A2O UHD primer spray, and I got this one from Shop Miss A. So this is $1 US, but if I have to convert it to New Zealand dollars, it would be around $1.50. So it's so cheap and it works great, especially for hydrating my face before makeup. For a poreless primer, I have this e.l.f. face primer, which is definitely around $15 to $20 range. It's still pretty affordable and you can find e.l.f. products from Kmart. For foundation, I have two that I really love. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and this one costs around 13 to 15 New Zealand dollars, and it's such a great foundation. It works great on different skin types, different lightings, especially on photos. And I also did a review on this foundation, so I will link everything down below. Another foundation is from LA Colors, and this one is their Truly Matte foundation. Now this one costs $8 New Zealand, which is very affordable. It's definitely under my designated budget, which is $20, and it works just as great, if not better, than my other mattifying foundation. I also did a review on this foundation and I will link that below. For concealer, I actually have two right here. So the first one is obviously everybody's favorite. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Yellow Corrector because I like the brightening effect that it gives, and it also conceals my dark circles as well. I believe this one is around $10 mark, 10 to 15 depending on where you purchase this from. So I got this one from Unichem Pharmacy. And another concealer is again from Shop Miss A, and this is the AOA concealer, and this one is in the shade Yellow. So I mainly use this one as my eye primer and it works amazing. It makes the eyeshadow very pigmented and opaque. It primes my lids and it makes everything just last all day. I wouldn't recommend this on the face though because it's very thick and it's kind of hard to blend and it tends to get real cakey. I have two powders right here. One is from Shop Miss A again, and this is the Santi Matte Powder, and I have the shade number 2 Nude. This is such a great mattifying powder. It's quite lighter than my skin tone, but it's great for mattifying my T-zone. Also, sometimes I use this to set underneath my eyes. It does not add a lot of coverage. It just makes everything smooth. It makes everything mattified. In fact, I touched up with this powder earlier today. Another powder is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. Now I purchased mine for $18 New Zealand because I wasn't able to get this from Amazon. The seller that I saw ran out of stock, but if you're lucky to find a seller, you can purchase this one for actually around $10 New Zealand, including shipping, which is very cheap. This is such a great loose powder. Now I did a review on this and at first I didn't like the powder very much because of its granny, very florally, extremely strong scent. As I kept using this for everyday wear, kind of gotten used to the scent, and it makes everything look so flawless. It made me mattify throughout the day without even touching up, and it just sets my foundation really well. It goes hand in hand with the foundations that I showed you before, and yeah, you get a lot of product, and I don't think I could finish this in about 2 months with consistent use. I have the Wet n Wild contour palette, and this one is in the shade Caramel Toffee, and as you can see, this powder is well loved. I specifically love the banana shade on this powder duo because it's not very yellow. It does a good job in brightening my under eyes, and it complements my skin tone very well. In fact, I am wearing it right now as well as the contour. The contour shade is a little bit warmer, so I like to use this as my bronzer instead of a contour. The other contour powder that I'm going to show you is a contour duo as well, and this one is from Fifth Avenue, and this is what it looks like. So this one is in the shade medium. You got your contour, which is again a little bit warmer, but I typically like to bronze as opposed to contour. And the highlight shade right here is great because it's peachy, but it has that luminosity to it, which is not very overpowering. So it does a great job on brightening my under eye area. And I believe this one cost me just under $20, which is really good. For blush, I actually would like to recommend two brands. First one is Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild in general does a good job on every product that they come out with. I specifically love their foundation, their highlighter, their bronzer, and their blush. But my ultimate favorite go-to for blush is from Essence Cosmetics. So this is the Silky Touch blush, and the two shades that I mainly use are Natural Beauty, which is a very warm tone peach. It goes with everything. It's a great everyday wear, and it's just very affordable. I think this one is $6. Another blush that I love from the same line is called Life's a Cherry, and this is just a nice pink flush to the face. It's matte, and it just adds a bit of that hot flush on your face. Actually, I have 4 highlighter under $20. So the first one right here, which I recently did a video about, is this Halo liquid highlighter from their Mega Glow range, and this is such a great highlighter. I purchased this for $13. It comes with a doe foot applicator, and look how pigmented that is. So this specific highlighter, you can use this for both eyes and face, which I definitely did in one of my videos. It's amazing. It blends very well. So it dries and blends to the skin like butter, and it creates a nice glow to your skin. Another product from Wet n Wild is the highlighting powder, and this one is in the shade Precious Petals. The hype on this highlighting product is over, but I seriously vouch that it's one of the best highlighters that the drugstore brand came out last year and this year, and it's just one of the great highlighting shade out there. Like it's just amazing. It's not powdery, it's not glittery, it's just in between, and it makes your skin look very glowy throughout the day. So this is their shimmer palette in the shade I'll Have a Cosmo. I've had this for a while, and I haven't hit pan yet, and I've used this specifically every day. So this one gives you a nice pinky highlight. It's quite subtle when you apply it to the skin. It's that one right there. Adds enough glow to my skin without making it a little bit too wet or a little bit too much. Recent discovery is this Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter, and this one costs $8, and this is what it looks like. I got the one in the shade Peach Light. Oh my god. So it comes off a little bit too pink when I swatch it, but if you apply this to your skin with a fan brush, it just creates a nice wet highlight look, and that's what I'm wearing right now on top of the Wet n Wild liquid highlighter. And oh my gosh, I've worn this foundation and highlighter probably about 6 hours now, and it still pops. In general, Essence mascara are great, and they only cost you $8 New Zealand. They're very cheap, they perform great, and they make your lashes look phenomenal. The ones that I really like is the Volume Stylist, which is in the purple tube, and this False Lashes mascara, the one with white and orange color in the tube. Both of these works great hand in hand, and I love Essence mascara. I've purchased 3 of this tube already. For eyeshadow palettes, I actually have a few to share. So the first one is this Wet n Wild Color Icon 10 pan eyeshadow palette, and this one is in the shade Nude Awakening. And oh my god, I recently used this on my recent video. It's just one of the most pigmented eyeshadows that I've ever encountered at the drugstore. It's very pigmented, it's very blendable, it doesn't have a lot of kickback, it blends seamless, it's very opaque on the eyes, and it's very affordable. I'm going to swatch you the matte. Look at that pigment, and this black right here. Oh my god, like you would never think that that one is from the drugstore. Look how much pigment there is. So this is a great eyeshadow palette to have, especially if you're starting out with makeup. I know for a fact that it can get very overwhelming, especially when it comes to eyeshadows, because there's a lot of blending involved, there's a lot of colors involved. So something like this is great because it basically tells you where to apply each colors at the back. So that's one thing that I really like about the Wet n Wild palette. Another palette I have in here is this A20 palette from Shop Miss A. So this one cost me $10 USD. So if you convert it, it would probably be around $12 New Zealand. It's still under $20, and it comes with 9 single eyeshadows right here. And oh my god, this palette is great. It's very pigmented. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. It's just a good affordable eyeshadow palette to have. Like you have your neutrals, and then you have a few shimmers and pops of colors that you can use for everyday or even for a dramatic look. So you don't need a ton of eyeshadow to create a look. You just need like a good transition shade, a shimmer shade, and call it a day. So this is a great must-have. Another eyeshadow palette is this LA Colors 16 eyeshadow palette, and if you want colors, this is probably made for you. Now, this is what it looks like. The color selections is great, though it doesn't have any matte shades, but it's still pretty good considering this one only cost me around, I'd say around $10 New Zealand, and this one is available at the warehouse. And I did a few looks using this palette already. So I used the blue, I used the purple, I used some of the lighter shades as well, and it's great. I'm going to swatch a few. So these are the swatch right here. So you have the green and the blue, and both of the shades are very pigmented. They're very blendable as well, and overall a great eyeshadow must have, especially if you're trying to dip your toes in colors. And moving on to more of a shimmery glittery eyeshadows. So I have 3 in here, and these are the Metal Shock eyeshadow from Essence, and this cost me $8 a piece. It's an amazing eyeshadow. Like all of these ones are liquid, can act as a base or on top of the eyeshadow, and that's one swatch right there. It's very full-on metallic. It's very, very, very pigmented for the price you pay, and this is just a nice addition to your collection, really. Like, look, it's just one swipe and that's how much pigment you get. So I highly recommend this eyeshadow. I have 3 lip liners that I could recommend. So I have this one from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild lip liners are great, especially the fact that you get a ton of product for $3. This could last you forever. That's the swatch right there. They're very pigmented, very creamy, not waxy, and in fact you could even apply this all over your lips and you're good to go. Another lip liner that I really love is from Essence, and this one costs around $2.50, and oh my god, it's very creamy, it's buttery, it blends seamlessly. Honestly, you could even wear this as a lipstick. So that's the swatch right there. You can't really see it because this one is in the shade in the nude, so it's a little bit muted, but oh, it's amazing. Another affordable lip liner is from Jordana. Now, Jordana in New Zealand, you can find them from $2 shops. So usually the prices from Jordana is a little bit steeper, considering the fact that you can find them from $2 shop. So this lip liner costs $4, as well as I think their blushes and eyeshadows are great too, and all of them are about $4 a piece. And for lipstick, I highly recommend the Revolution lipsticks. They're great, they're very pigmented, and they only cost $8 New Zealand. That's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. So most of these products I'm wearing on my face right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent in my YouTube channel, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye!